we're proud of ourselves today, and obviously it's short turnaround now between the games, but it's good to get into a rhythm of things and keep playing games.
Just how stiff was that challenge today?
It was tough. It was tough. They're a good team. They know the principles of plays, and they're very good at it. They're a good possession-based team. Offer a lot of difficulties with players dropping deep in the pockets and have some attacking threats. So it's obviously a difficult game, and it's what we expected. So we have to be up for the challenge.
For you, what swung the balance?
To be honest, I thought it was an even game. I think there was big spaces in the first half. We didn't manage to exploit them, but the game was fairly even in the second half. We managed to exploit the spaces, and that's what made the difference. We had to try and do that a little bit more and look for that a little bit more in the first half. But we're pleased that it came in the second half, and we could do good things with the space that we've seen.
Talk about the space as a striker. Were you comfortable when Arsenal had a lot of possession? Were you always confident you would get an opportunity on the counter, particularly when you've got players like Eriksen and Fernandes feeding you?
Yeah, listen, we've got some excellent passes of the ball, and as long as we make 3, 4, 5 runs, we're going to get the ball basically. So we might not get it the first couple of times, but we have to keep going for 90 minutes, and it's tough. And we have to try and give them possession in spaces where they can't hurt us, because like I said before, they're a very dangerous team. We try to give the ball at the back and let them have a little bit of time there, and then try and press and close them on one side. But as you can see, there's a couple of times today that they got through the press, and they are electric when they get going. So it's really important for us to keep going. And like you said, when them players are on the ball, Bruno, Chris, it's important to make runs and give them options. And we managed to do that today.
Was it a throwback for you 6 years ago? 2 goals for you against Arsenal?
Yeah, it's been a long time that I've not scored against Arsenal, so I didn't realise it had been that long until before the game. It was something that I was looking to do this year, I'm happy that I managed to get the goals.
As well as the points, what do you take out of today?
Togetherness is the big thing for me. We win. You only win these types of games when you're within a team. I think we've shown in the last few games, being 1-0 up, that we can see a game out. But we had to be a team to be more ruthless really and get more goals. We got 2 more goals in the second half, and we could have had a couple more as well. So definitely something to work on, something to build on, and we're looking forward to the next game.
And what does it mean to you personally to see the goals going in once again?
Yeah, it's a great feeling. You do miss it as a player, and I'm just hoping I can stay fit, stay healthy, and keep putting performances out like that.
Great stuff. Well done today, Marcus.
Thank you.
Marcus Rashford talking about the service he was getting there and some sublime balls. One of those, of course, was from the captain, Bruno Fernandes, who we can talk live to now at Old Trafford. Bruno, thanks for joining us. Well done. Congratulations. How significant a win does that feel?
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much. Obviously, a big win. Arsenal is being really, really good this season. Obviously, we knew that it's a great game for us to win. Everyone was expecting a different result, probably. But we did what we have to do. We did our job. We did it great. As Marcus said, togetherness today was key. It's been key in the last wins, and has to keep it the same way.
Brilliant moment for Antony on his first experience of Old Trafford. You were involved in the build-up to that goal as well.
Yeah. Everyone knows what we can expect from Antony. We know he's still a really young player, and we hope that we can score many more goals.
Hi, Bruno. Paul Scholes, well done again.
Thank you very much, Paul.
It looks like we're really set up to be a counter-attacking team with so much pace going forward. Is that something you're enjoying being involved in?
Of course, for me it's something amazing. Obviously, when you get space behind with these kind of players, they have pace. It's about eating the grass, not even eat the players. So you can see in the goal that Marcus scored, and even with Christian, that is not the fastest player, but he has the right timing on the run. It's easy for us that we play the long balls. Obviously, I know that sometimes I will probably miss the pass like I did in the first half. I had the chance to put Marcus 1v1 with the keeper and I missed it, but I did it in the second half, and he gets his goal, so I'm really happy for that.
Hi Bruno, it's Michael Owen speaking. I was just wondering whether you've been used to in the past maybe playing in front of the likes of Fred and McTominay, but now with Christian Eriksen just dropping back into that holding role, he actually seems to find you a lot more. How good is having him playing the balls into you?
Obviously, I think Fred is doing an amazing job. Obviously, they've been much criticised. when we don't get the results. It's too easy to blame sometimes certain players, but I think they've been amazing. Obviously, Christian is really good on the ball. Where everyone knows that he was obviously more a 10 than an 8, and he has the quality. We saw it in the goal that I scored for Rashi. I did the pass for Rashi. It was a first touch from him. The first goal is a great pass from him between the lines also. And as I said before, he has the right timing to go to do the deep runs. He can play with both feet. He's an amazing player. He showed that at Tottenham. He showed it at Inter, and now good for us at Brentford too. Sorry, and obviously for us, it's amazing having him on the team. But as I said before, I think Fred and Scott did an amazing job, and they're still doing an amazing job. And I could have scored in the last moment if I had a little bit more legs from a pass from Fred.
Brilliant, well played. Thanks again for joining us.
Thank you very much to everyone.
No problem. Bruno Fernandes live at Old Trafford for you after that 3-1 win against Arsenal. Let's get back to the first goal, because you loved Antony's finish, didn't you, at the end of it? And he was saying that, you know, they've already seen that in a couple of sessions in training. Yeah,
listen, I'll get it, put it out there. It's a simple finish for somebody like him. He's got a big area to hit. It's coming at him at a perfect angle, quite soft. It's on his left foot.
What he did, he seemed to do quite well. I think it's a good point there about Eriksen going back into midfield. You know, if Bruno Fernandes is in them positions, in them number 10 positions, he's not getting the ball last 2 or 3 weeks when it's been Fred and McTominay. But now with Eriksen, he's got that. Plays on the half-turn, and we did a big piece about it. Plays on the half-turn, he's always looking forward. We'll see with the third goal, I think, as well, possibly where he plays a nice little pass around the corner. It makes such a difference for these type of players, for these number 10s, to have somebody looking up, seeing them, and being able to deliver the ball into him. And Eriksen certainly provided that for Bruno.
No, Eriksen always makes the right decisions.
OK, so that is the 100% record over for Arsenal. Let's see what their manager thinks about it. Here are the thoughts of Mikel Arteta.
Mikel, that's your winning run come to an end. What did you make of today?
Really disappointed to lose the game, especially after what happened throughout 95 minutes. We had some big periods we were totally dominant, and the moments that we were in total control, and not only that, dominating, creating chance after chance, we didn't close the game. And in any moment, you know, when they have open spaces, they're going to hurt you.
Was it not closing the game out or not defending that you think that cost you?
Both, in both boxes was the big difference. They had 3 big chances, scored 3 goals. We have numerous arrivals, chances after chance, and dominations, and we didn't score enough goals.
Even when you were 1-0 down, you're still fairly comfortable?
I think we have a period in the first 8 minutes that we struggled and we didn't control the game. After that, it was a loss. After 1-1, it was a loss. And then the best moment, on a throw-in, we lose the ball in a really difficult place after playing in areas where we don't have to play that kind of ball, give the ball away in one pass they are through.
Strangely enough, did you start a bit jittery, but the disallowed goal got you going, gave you belief? And what's your opinion on the VAR intervention that saw that goal chalked off?
But lack of consistency. What is soft? Last week they made a foul on Aaron, but it's soft. And there is not a foul, it's a penalty on Bukayo, then it's soft, then it's not a penalty. And today this is a foul.
Did that substitution make you more open? Because it was a very attacking triple sub.
I don't think so. The way we were playing, we had the same numbers in the back line against the last players that they had. We have other profiles, but I don't think that was the case.
What's your biggest frustration from today?
That we should come here and win the game, the way we play.
Because of the quality you put out there?
Because of the performance. Because to come here with these boys and play the way they have played and dominate it again the way they have to play, when you are here, you want to be at the top, you have to win the game.
So if anything, you feel more vindicated than disappointed?
100%.
Thanks, Mikel.
Thank you.
You can feel his frustration, can't you, Jack?
Yeah, and he's right. I think when you go to Old Trafford, and I've been there so many times, like Paul said, then United aren't a team who are going to dominate possession. They're dangerous on the counter-attack, in transition moments they are. And I've been there and come away from the game and thought, we've dominated possession, but we've got nothing. And that's tough to take. And you know, I think in the bigger picture going forward, the players will learn from that, the young players of Arsenal. And then they'll go there in the future and hopefully convert them chances and that domination into a win.
He said the VAR decision in the first half he found very difficult to understand. Yeah. You've seen it again and again. You haven't changed your opinion either?
Yeah, I totally agree. It should have been a goal. Why he's even been told to go look at the camera, I don't know. He's made a decision. Why appoint him as referee if you're not going to go with his decision? He's 10 yards away from him. It's a little soft touch. You can see if you do go and slow it right down and go to them, you probably could give it a foul. But real time, it's not a foul. It's annoying. I'm sure it's annoying for Jack. It's annoying for the Arsenal players as well. And the Arsenal team, of course it is. But I go back to the possession where he's saying he's in control of the game with his interview there. It doesn't matter. There's so many teams in these big games. Jack will tell you, Michael will tell you. They come away from Old Trafford a lot of times in big games thinking, how have we not won that game? We've played great. But at United, it's more about a determination more than anything. You know the talent's there, but it's getting up to people, it's stopping people, it's being solid at the back. Having that solid back four now is helping them. Martinez coming out of that might be a bit of a worry going forward, but there's so many teams who come and think they've played better, had more chances. Arteta's raging, and they probably have, but it doesn't matter. You've got to score more goals. And United, when they were given a chance, were ruthless.
Yeah, he pointed to that, Mikel Arteta there, that the chances that went begging. How many more should they have scored today? But when you look back at those, had they been more clinical? Could it have been a different story?
They could have definitely scored more than the one. Of course, we've already touched on the goal that was scored that was disallowed. So there's another one that they were unfortunate not to get. But no howlers, no obvious easy chances there. But lots of opportunities where you think could have probably done better. And he's got to convert that possession, that good play, into more clear-cut chances than that. But David De Gea's played well. Man United have defended well. And even though you'd say Arsenal dominated on balance, on possession, on general play, Manchester United always look far more ruthless in front of goal.
Much more reaction to come, but let's go back to Old Trafford. Another man who knows all about this fixture, Mikael Silvestre, is waiting to speak to us. How are we, Mikael?
I'm very good, thank you. Very happy.
What did you make of that today?
Well, it was entertaining. Really a good game of football, intensity. You know, it's completely different from the beginning of the season. So yeah, it was good. It was a lot of decision, a lot of key points, and some decision, controversial decisions. But at the end, I think it's not probably the best team, the best football that took the 3 points. But what matters is the victory.
And talking of those decisions, what did you think of Arsenal's goal being chalked off?
Yeah, before the time of VR, this foul would have never been whistled.
Hi, Mikel. Paul Scholes here. Okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks, mate.
I was just thinking, United defended the last 4 games especially really well. How important do you think it is to get a settled back four?
It's massive. It's massive because you get to know your partner's movement, the tendency, the habit, and it's really important, you know. So the fact that it's been going on and there is a consistency there, it's going to help David, it's going to help everybody. The spine also, it's important to keep the same spine. And today they conceded maybe one for sure, maybe 2, but they've been improving, and they need to be given more time to work as a unit and to be able to dictate a little bit more whether or not they drop or they go higher. I think today they played in a way that sometimes they were happy to absorb the pressure and to play deep. So therefore, after there was a space for the counter. So it suited I would say it suited the back four today, the way the game advanced.
And as a left-footed defender yourself, I'm just interested, where are you on Martinez?
Yeah, well, he's got a lot of attributes, and it's good to have a pair where you have a left-footed and a right-footed. This is a perfect scenario for any manager and for any team. So we've seen that he's able to play that diagonal ball sometimes, but he's still, taking his mark in this team. But what he's bringing right now, it's already the fighting spirit. It reminds me of Gabi Heinze when he first joined. Every time there is a new player, you look at him. What is he bringing to the team? What is first his main attribute? And for me, this is what he has. So he had a welcome to England against Brentford, but he learned fast, and he's showing that he's a warrior.
And just finally, Mikel, a word on your other former club, Arsenal. Their 100% record's gone, but 5 wins from 6, and the way they played at times today, a lot of positivity.
Yeah, surprisingly pleased with Arsenal. I've had the possibility to watch them in pre-season against Chelsea. They've done really well, and now being there top of the table still after well, we are in September. It's very good. But like Paul, I was surprised with the changes. I felt like, to me, he was throwing the game away, to be honest. So I know he won't admit it, but that's a feeling I had suddenly when he did it.
Interesting. Mikel, good to talk to you. Thank you very much indeed.
You too, my friends. Take care.
Mikael Silvestre there at Old Trafford. Here is the current Manchester United manager, Erik ten Hag.
Well, Erik, tell us your thoughts after that win.
Well, we are happy, of course, and satisfied with the win. And also the performance against a really good team as Arsenal. They also played really well. But we are then also happy with this win, clear.
At 1-1, when they got level, they looked as though they were going to be the team on top. What changed it back in your favour?
I have to credit the spirit from this team. They can deal with setbacks, and so we did. And that's really great that a team can do that. That shows the mentality. I think we really improved on that fact.
Is that the thing that has really impressed you most over these last few weeks, the way the team has responded to adversity?
I know we have the right characters, and now it's about cooperation, get the resilience in, deal with setbacks, but also believe. And you see there still is room for improvement. If you see first 10 minutes were really great our side, then goal was cancelled. That broke a little bit our composure. And then we have to stay calm, stay composed, play our game, and then Arsenal came in again.
I know you've used that word a lot recently, improvement. Are you seeing it with every game that the team plays?
Yes, and of course you can see that Arsenal are longer together, so more routines are there. But our team spirit against brings us the win, and we can still do things better, so we're impressing. We had some difficulties with the inside. We had a good plan, but still we can do that better, the income from Zinchenko, for instance. And that gives them overnumbering in the midfield. There we can learn. Also, keep more composed on the ball. Don't give the ball easy away. But finally, I have to credit it. When we got beaten in the press, we fight back. We recovered on the ball. We had our good moments, and especially in transition, we were good.
Tell us about your 2 goal scorers, the performance of Antony on his debut and the confidence of Marcus Rashford again.
Yeah, they play both great, I think, and they were continual threat. And I know our offensive is really strong, and they are creative. They have speed, and also there the routines. The first time they play together, and then this performance is great to see.
Thanks, Erik.
It's interesting, and the mentality is what we were just touching on at full time there about at 1-1, Arsenal were in the ascendancy, but they found a way.
Yeah, and you have to look back to last season and previous seasons to compare that type of thing with what we're seeing now. It does feel like there's a bit more grit between their teeth. Feels like there's a togetherness now. They've gone through some real tough times, this team. Not more so than at the start of the season. I mean, getting beat 4-0, there must have been some real soul-searching in that dressing room. So now to bounce back so quickly from that, show no signs of being scarred, and even when things go against you, to keep resilient, I think that's a great thing to have. Obviously, the Paul Scholes teams of the past were unbelievable. Even when they went down, even when it was 0-0 with 92 minutes on the clock, you still always fancied them to win, and I think that's what they need to build over time, because that's been lost in recent years. But it's coming back. It's not there yet. We're still not watching a Manchester United team that are playing Arsenal off the park or anything else like that. But they are finding a way, and they are getting better with every game.
Yeah, and we've sat here for the last 2-3 seasons, and you've said to me at times, dig in, show some character, show some resilience, which those United teams didn't have. Are you beginning to see that now? Do you feel more positive in that sense?
Yes, you have to. After the last 4 games especially. I think he was alluding to the first 2 games, the mentality wasn't right. I think that was clear. They were too soft, too easy to play against. And I think that Liverpool game probably came at a really good time for them, just to show that they had to be determined to win games of football, especially big games of football. Now, I don't think this is his style of play. I don't think he'll enjoy playing on the counter-attack all the time. But sometimes when you've got these type of players, it's the best way to do it. Sometimes you just have to have a philosophy with what you've got. I think his philosophy will be eventually to play out from the back, to play the perfect football, to play the really nice football that Arsenal played. But for now, he's just getting by, having a strong mentality, determination at the back, which is the most important thing. To start building a team, you've got to start from the back. That back four, the last 4 games, has been really good. A little bit of a worry about Martin, as I said, but there's room for improvement. He said that himself. This team will get better. They'll get more into his style of play. And hopefully, they'll go on to try and win. So Manchester United is all about winning. It doesn't matter how they do it. They don't care if they have 70% possession or 30% possession. It doesn't matter, especially in these big games. It's about winning them.
Does he not deserve some credit for that then? Because we've seen managers in the past be really stubborn and not change, the way they want to play. And he's realised very quickly that he's going to have to do that to get results.
I couldn't imagine Pep Guardiola coming here and say, right, no, we're not playing out from the back. It's not going to happen. But he has done that. You've got to give him real credit for that. He's realised very quickly that the players he's got are not suited to that style. His goalkeeper, especially, is not suited to that style. And it's never been, I said before, it's never been that type of club where we play perfect football out from the back and it's all pretty and nice to watch. It makes the crowd nervous when they're seeing little 10-yard passes on the 6-yard line. They don't like it. It makes David De Gea nervous. Now, going forward, if he wants to go to that way, he may have to bring different players in, because these players now are probably not suited to the way he wants to play, but he's found a way to win games with this group of players. Now, why would you change and go back to something that didn't really work at the start of the season? He's found a way of playing football on the counter-attack with this group of players. Now, why change that? We talk about philosophies all the time, don't we? And these managers are stubborn. Arteta will be stubborn. Guardiola will be stubborn. Jurgen Klopp will be stubborn managers. But this man, you have to give him credit, because he's gone away from really what he wants to do, I think, and he's doing what he wants with a group of players that he's found the best way of performing.
You interested in this as a young coach, listening to how philosophies have to change?
Yeah, definitely. And what Ten Hag said as well is that you can tell Arsenal have been together longer. Their patterns, their principles, you can see they knew it. And it took a while to get there with Arsenal. And like I spoke about before, with Mikel always saying it's the process. And he has a very structured way of playing. And now you can see it paying off. And credit to Ten Hag, he's come in and he's tried to play out from the back, as you saw against Brentford, didn't work. And now he's finding a way to win. I think in the background he'll still be working on his principles and trying to get them across slowly. But in the meantime, to get results, get people on board, he's doing what it takes to win.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see that evolve, won't it? This Manchester United team, we all agree that it's not the Manchester United that we envisage later on in the season. So fascinating to watch how he evolves with that team. He's obviously brought a couple of players in himself that he knows. I suspect that Manchester United will always find money to back their manager in the future, so there might be more movement in the next window. And eventually we'll get to play in the way he wants to play, but we look forward to watching that team evolve over time.